Donald Trump said the following about you, quote, "Look at that face. Would anyone vote for that? Can you imagine that, the face of our next president?" Mr. Trump later said he was talking about your persona, not your appearance. Please feel free to respond what you think about his persona.
You know, it's interesting to me. Mr. Trump said that he heard Mr. Bush very clearly and what Mr. Bush said. I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
I'm told that is the most replayed soundbite from last night's debate. Meghan McCain, I'm not too surprised. Are you?
Hi, Mr. Cavuto. Thanks for having me. I'm not surprised at all. I think it was the moment of the evening. And, you know, I'm now part of a sisterhood of women that have been publicly attacked by Donald Trump. And seeing Carly Fiorina, you know, put him in his place and finally forcing Donald Trump to answer to the negative comments he said about women, I was cheering when I watched it.
All right. I was cheering your reaction, and also the fact you called me Mr. Cavuto. Touche. Neil is fine. Or his royal omnipotence. That, too, is good. You know, Mary, I had your dad on.
I have to be polite.
I had your dad on yesterday. I always love talking to your dad. And we brought up that time when, you know, the Donald made a little zinger about you in a Fox News appearance. And I just want to play this back from your dad.
Of course, I took offense, and any father would. The question is how do you respond to something like that? And I talked to her about it, and my daughter Meghan, of who I'm incredibly proud, we decided that the best thing for her to do is move on.
What do you think of that?
I mean, it's very sweet. I watched it live yesterday. I did call my dad the first time when I woke up in the morning and had seen that Donald Trump had attacked me. And honestly, I look at
we should explain.
Right
he
now
called
is
you
this,
angry and obnoxious. That's how you appeared on TV.
He said I was angry and obnoxious, and Fox News can do better because I am a new contributor on Fox News. It's a dig. Everyone's entitled to their opinion about me and my appearances. I'm a big girl. But being attacked by Donald Trump, a lot of other things come with it. His followers can be pretty brutal. And honestly, right now, I'm in the same category of women as Megyn Kelly and Carly Fiorina, and that's a pretty awesome place to be.
But, you know, Megyn, I was thinking about it. I think, you know, Trump is a little in your face, and I'm not defending remarks like that, but he, you know, he's not an awful human being, and he's you know, obviously a successful businessman, but he's in your face, so sort of speaks his mind, says maybe some impolitic things, but maybe that is a reason why, I don't know how polls will be post this debate, it's the reason why he is popular, and he has surged in support, again, prior to this debate, Megyn, with Republican women. Does that surprise you?
It does surprise me, but also I think we need to look beyond just Republican women. The purpose of my life is to get more independent and young women looking towards the Republican Party, and I don't know with the comments he's made you're necessarily going to get a young independent woman to take a second look at the Republican Party. I don't know Mr. Trump. I've never actually met him. I don't know him personally, but I know that I am looking for a statesman. I am looking for a president. I'm looking for someone who is not going to be name calling, and he did a lot of that last night, and quite frankly, I think he really lost last night in the election. Him and Ben Carson were highly disappointing.
Oh, why do you say Carson was?
I really, you know, he's surging in a lot of polls, and I really like him, and he's a little too quiet for me, and I actually wasn't thinking that before, and I wish he had come out swinging a little harder. I think he's sort of having the opposite problem Donald Trump has, but you're completely right about how well Donald Trump is doing in the polls. I'm not going to say it's not happening, but we are 417 days away from the general election, and I'm looking for a president, not an entertainer.
Wow. Megyn, you are way smarter than your dad. I mean, he is like... Thank you very, very much. It's always a pleasure having you, Megyn. Meghan McCain.
Thank you, Mr. Cavuto.
There you go. You're welcome, Ms. McCain. Well,